You are meant to hear this today, to be here with me, because I feel like you are a person that feels lost right now, and I want to tell you that it's not true. Sometimes we feel this way because we put a lot of pressure to know exactly what we should be doing with our life, but sometimes you don't need to know everything. Sometimes all you need to do is to trust and to find the things you actually want to create in the world. I feel you are a person that are putting a lot of pressure on yourself, on your creative process, but you are so creative, and I know you are going to find your own way. I feel this deep inside my heart right now. And I just wanted to remind you that you are powerful. Maybe you are going through these phases where your emotions goes up and down all the time and you don't know exactly what's happening. Maybe you are feeling good and very sure of what you want to do, but then something happens and then you feel down, you feel depressed, you feel anxious. And I know it's not easy to feel those things, but at the same time, I want to remind you that it's okay to feel. Yes, maybe that's a very important part of this message, to remind you that it's okay to feel. When we are going through this emotional roller coaster, sometimes we just want to block those feelings, those strong emotions, especially when they are bad, like when you are feeling angry or sad or insecure about something that's going on in your own life. And we may have this tendency of blocking those energies from us. But I mean, if you do that, you are going to put more pressure on a emotion that needs to go through your body and then release it, you know? So when you don't want to feel everything you need to feel, you are blocking something that will be with you anyway. And I think you should right now take a moment, breath, and ask yourself, why are you blocking those emotions? Why do you think those emotions are here to make something bad with you, or to take you off road, or to stop your creative process? Because actually our creativity can be moved through our emotions. I know we can put intentions to something that we want to do and to express, but at the same time, sometimes you just need to flow, you know? You just need to flow and let your emotions be part of your art, of your creative process. And yeah, I just want to remind you that I feel like you are going through this moment of cocoon, and you don't know exactly when you are going to leave it. Maybe you are feeling more introspective right now. You are feeling like you just need to isolate yourself for some time, and it's okay to feel this way. If you have the possibility to do that, it's also good for your own mental health, your spiritual practices, your creative process. But then you are becoming something else, and I think that's so beautiful to remember that we are not just one thing, and we are here to find this multiplicity of possible creative journeys. You don't need to get stuck in just one thing. That's something really important that I feel right now. And I'm gonna take now my grimoire, or my magical diary, which I love to write about stuff, about my own creative process, and I feel like there's something here for you as well. This is the one. The cover is a drawing I made with like Ouroboros, and yeah, let's see what we have here. Okay. I have some stuff written here, and one of these things is called rhizome, or the pollinization in art. A dialogue between art and the forest, like as a meaningful body to remember. Okay. A dialogue between art and the forest and the rhizome and pollinization. Yeah, I feel like your journey is like a tree, and this tree needs to grow, and it doesn't grow just through one way. A tree grows with the roots, and the roots usually need the mycelium to pass informations and nutrients through all the tree, and not just this one tree, but all the trees in the forest. And maybe you are feeling this way, you are feeling lost because you don't know exactly where you are going, but at the same time you are going through everywhere at the same time, because we are just like the forest, we are just like trees, and we don't need to choose one way over the other. Sometimes we are growing in multiple ways, multiple parts of ourselves and our creative process, and this is also beautiful. Maybe you don't see it yet because it's growing under the earth, underground, and that's why you may be feeling lost right now, because you can't really see how much you are growing. You can't see that you are not stuck, you are actually becoming something else. And this is important for you right now. I feel that you shouldn't suppress all the needs you have, all the things you want to create in this world. Maybe creating a structure will be good for you, yes. I'm hearing like there's something you need to structure to feel more confident about your own art, about your own creativity, about your own journey. So maybe you already write, you like to write, you have a journal, I don't know. I feel like you have this practice of writing how you are feeling, the creative ideas you have, but maybe you are a bit disconnected from the writing process, the journaling, and this is probably making you feel more lost. So I invite you to think about it, to take your notebook or buy another one, or at least find some pieces of paper and make your own handmade notebook. But I feel like you need to write right now. You need to create this structure for flowing. Yeah, because we have this idea that flowing is just like, oh, I'm free, I'm flowing in life, I do whatever I want, whenever I need, whenever I want to do this. But sometimes we need to have a place to return when we are feeling confused, when we don't know exactly where to go and what we are actually doing. So this journaling practice, to return to this journaling practice, will help you a lot to find your way back to your own center. In the end, creating is about finding your essence and shaping it in ways that you translate what is inside to the outside. And yes, I feel like you are in the middle of this process. I'm feeling that your emotions will have a very important role in this process. That's why I feel you should be writing right now again. Yeah, like your emotions are going to be your biggest treasure, you know, to find your way back home. And home here, I'm talking about your inner self. And this will help you a lot to discover not only your path, but all the paths, all the ways you can grow. And not only you can grow, but what you are already growing, because you are already becoming something else. You are already becoming someone so intense in what you create, so magical and creative and prosperous, but you just can't see it yet fully. Sometimes you have these leaps of faith and you can see your own journey, your own growth, but then you feel lost again and again and again. And I think having this notebook, this magical diary will really help you to understand what's really going on and how you can use these parts of yourself, including your emotions and your creative vision, to direct better your energy. So this way you are going to flow more. It may be weird to you, like, to listen this, like how structuring something will help me flow. Isn't that opposite? But actually no. I mean, when I'm creating art, like my artworks, they have a structure. You can see the finished creation here, but they need to start somewhere. And these parts you don't actually see because it's inside my art. It's inside the finished creation. So I feel it's the same thing for what you are going through right now. I will take one tarot card right now for you as well. I think this will help us to understand a little bit more of what's happening right now. Okay. Something a bit weird happened here. I'm going to use this tarot, Everyday Witch. Let's see what we have here. What else can we add to this message? Show me, Spirit. Okay. Wow, we have the Page of Cups right now. Wow, I'm feeling so emotional. It's beautiful, as I told you. We have the Page of Cups right now. And this tarot deck, it's like represented by this artist. Wow. So much synchronicity happening. Yeah, there is someone here looking at painting, and I feel like this person is thinking what's the next stage, what they should be doing right now, what's the next step of this creation. And I feel this one is talking a lot about your own creativity, like to take this moment and breath and look at what you are already doing. I know you are a very creative person, you have so many ideas inside you, wanting to be expressed, but sometimes you shouldn't just find new ideas, but maybe work with the ideas you already have and the art and creative process that are ongoing right now. Maybe you just stopped a lot of things in the past, and this is the time where you could just try to find these pieces of yourself, these fragments that are inside you right now. Not just inside you, but like find your old diaries, your old paintings, your old ideas, and bring a new refresh to it, you know? Refresh those ideas that are already part of you. It's not just about finding the new ideas, more complicated ones, or more challenging ones. Sometimes it's just to find what already works for you and resonates with your soul, which sometimes can be expressed in creations that you already made in the past, or you were making but then you stopped. I don't know, but I feel like it's about your art, it's about your journey, it's about your own way of expressing and using your emotional self to create. Call your emotional self to create. Maybe in this moment you also should be calling your inner child, which loves to play with no pressure, with no restriction, you know, and call your inner child to make art with you, to write with you, to create videos, to brainstorm ideas that are already part of your own vision. Yeah. And it's a beautiful work in progress that is happening right now. I feel that's beautiful, and I wish you all the best in these creative endeavors and these creative experimentations. I think it's a better way to say it. So I'm gonna take one more card to guide us better here. Oh, this one. Okay. I'm done. The sun. Here we have the sun, and we have these three women in different generations dancing, and they are enjoying their moment together. This is a call for you to reconnect with your inner parts and also your community. If you have friends, if you have creative friends that you like to have like these deep conversations, and at the same time, these people that makes us feel like part of something more than just ourselves, you should reconnect with those people. And if it's not external people, maybe it's about your own part, you know? Working with your own parts, like the inner child that we can see here, the mother and the grandma. I mean, the cycles of nature, of transformation. When we start something, we plant, okay, we are planting, and then it will blossom, it will flourish. And then we will have this time to collect the fruits of this harvest, which is our art, the finished creations. And then there's this stage of death that at first it may seem like the end, but it's never the end. It's a cycle, just like the Ouroboros I showed you here in my notebook, in my grimoire. Yeah, it's just a cycle of finishing something and then transforming to something else, something new. But this new thing is not, it has already a soul, it has already roots, you know? You are not creating something out of nothing. I think that's an important thing here for you to remember. These creations, the creations you have with more soul, they don't come out of nothing. They already have roots inside of you, inside of your art. That's why I really feel that you should be writing right now, and also find your old notebooks and your old paintings maybe, or art in progress, and talk to these creations like a new life. Yeah, you know. And then you are going to find the sun. The sun is a very important card in the tarot. It's like when you are, you know, shining and having fun and having success. It can be like creative success, financial success, emotional success. It doesn't matter. It's about this abundance of feeling good, of feeling belonging to something, of feeling proud of yourself. And I think the Page of Cups with the sun will represent this journey you are going through right now. And yeah, I hope this resonated with you, but I feel like this kind of message always resonates. I really feel that if you are here right now, you are meant to hear this, to remember something that you already know. It's not something you never heard of, or, oh, I don't get it. You get it. I know you get it. I know you feel it. And I'm really curious to know what kind of creative processes you were like feeling stuck, but now you can actually find the access back to your own inner power to express to express through the world. You know, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are so creative, and I know you are going to find this way back to yourself. I know you are going to let your emotions flow through your body, and this will help you a lot to find this creative genius that guides your creativity, that guides your art, that guides your dream to become a reality. You're beautiful. See you next time.